UK Pensions Revolution 2025. Keir Starmer's October scheme could redefine retirement forever. Hello and welcome. If you are a senior living in the United Kingdom, or even someone approaching retirement, this is a message you absolutely cannot afford to ignore. A major announcement has just been confirmed, and it could affect the way you receive your pension forever. Starting on the 1st of October, Keir Starmer and his government are preparing to roll out a brand new UK pension scheme that could bring about one of the most significant changes in decades. This is not just another piece of policy tucked away in government files. This is a moment that could shape your financial future, the comfort of your daily life, and the peace of mind you deserve in your retirement years. Think for a moment about what this really means. For years, seniors across the country have shared the same worries and frustrations. Many of you have wondered whether the state pension will ever be enough to keep up with the relentless rise in living costs. You've asked yourself whether the payments you rely on will stretch far enough to cover soaring energy bills, rent or mortgages, healthcare expenses, groceries, and the simple pleasures that make retirement meaningful. Inflation has been eating away at fixed incomes. Healthcare demands have only increased with age. And all the while, the promise of pensions has felt shaky, uncertain, and vulnerable to political decisions made behind closed doors. But now, for the first time in a long while, there is genuine hope on the horizon. This scheme being launched is being described by many as a turning point, a chance to finally strengthen the foundations of financial security for pensioners. Yet naturally, alongside that hope come important questions. What exactly will change in the system? Will the payments actually increase, and if so, by how much? Who qualifies under this new scheme, and will current pensioners automatically be included? How will these reforms interact with existing benefits? And perhaps most importantly of all, what actions do you need to take right now to prepare, to make sure you don't miss out, and to ensure that every pound you are entitled to finds its way into your pocket? These are the questions that are already on the minds of millions, and the answers could very well shape your future security. It's important to remember that pensions are not just about money. They are about dignity, independence, and stability. For decades, the state pension has represented a promise that after years of hard work and contributions, there would be a dependable safety net waiting for you in retirement. But that promise has often felt incomplete, even fragile, as prices climb faster than payments, and as life expectancy stretches into years that demand more resources than ever before. Many pensioners have quietly endured the pressure of budgeting carefully, cutting corners, and worrying month after month whether they'll be able to make ends meet. This new scheme, arriving on October 1st, is designed to take direct aim at those worries, offering clarity where there has been confusion and support where there has been doubt. The government has already stressed that one of the major goals of this reform is transparency. For too long, pensions have been wrapped in layers of jargon, legal language, and complicated calculations that left many seniors in the dark. People often felt they needed an advisor, a lawyer, or hours of research just to make sense of their own entitlements. With the launch of this scheme, Keir Starmer has promised a clearer, simpler process. Information will be more accessible, guidance will be easier to follow, and ordinary people will no longer have to struggle with paperwork that feels designed to confuse rather than to help. That alone is an enormous relief for those who have battled bureaucracy for years. But clarity is only one piece of the puzzle. What truly matters is whether this scheme will put more money into the hands of pensioners who need it most. Rising costs of living have made life increasingly difficult. A loaf of bread costs more than it used to, utility bills keep climbing, healthcare demands drain savings, and every trip to the supermarket seems to remind people of how far their pensions must stretch. This new scheme aims to finally align payments more closely with the real cost of living, meaning that your monthly pension could start reflecting the true expenses you face day to day. If successful, this would not just be a small policy win, it would be a lifeline for millions. Another promising feature is fairness. Historically, those who did not work traditional full-time careers for decades often found themselves at a disadvantage. People who worked part-time, those who were self-employed, and especially those who spent years caring for loved ones without formal pay have too often been overlooked by pension calculations. This scheme promises to recognize a broader range of contributions, including informal and non-traditional work. That recognition is long overdue, and it could mean that thousands of pensioners who previously felt forgotten finally see the value of their years acknowledged. Of course, big reforms always come with challenges. There will be questions about eligibility, age, residency, and national insurance contributions will remain important factors. But the thresholds are expected to become more flexible, meaning that people with gaps in their work history or those who spent time abroad may still qualify for fair pensions. The government has also pledged to provide clear guidance and support through helplines, local offices, and online portals so that nobody is left struggling alone to figure out their situation. For those who have felt lost in the pension system before, this could be a fresh start, an opportunity to finally navigate with confidence. And let's not overlook the emotional importance of what's happening. A pension is more than just numbers on a page. It's a reassurance that you are valued, that your years of contribution to society matter, and that you can live your later years without fear of poverty. It's about having the ability to enjoy family time, pursue hobbies, travel, or simply rest without being haunted by financial anxiety. This scheme is intended to strengthen that sense of dignity and stability, and if it succeeds, it will do more than just improve bank balances. It will restore confidence, pride, and peace of mind for millions. So the question becomes, are you ready? Are you prepared to take advantage of this opportunity? Because while the government is working to simplify things, it remains crucial that pensioners act early. This means gathering your documents, checking your contribution records, updating personal information with the pension service, and staying alert for official announcements. The difference between being proactive now and waiting until the last minute could be the difference between receiving your full entitlement and missing out on benefits you deserve. And here's something equally important. This is not just about you. If you have a parent, a grandparent, a neighbor, or a friend who might not have access to this information, share it with them. There are seniors across the country who still don't know these reforms are coming, and spreading awareness could change their lives. Every person deserves to know what's happening with their pension, and your effort to pass on the news could be invaluable. As October approaches, the time to act is now. Don't wait. Don't assume that the system will automatically adjust for you. Be informed, be prepared, and make sure that when the first day of this new scheme arrives, you are ready to claim everything you are entitled to. This is not just a policy update. It is a genuine opportunity to secure your future and to finally enjoy the kind of retirement you worked for. Remember, your pension is not simply money. It is your freedom, your independence, and your future. With the right preparation and awareness, this new scheme could make your retirement more secure and more fulfilling than you imagined. So please, like this video so more seniors can hear this vital information, subscribe to stay updated, and turn on notifications so you never miss an announcement. In the next update, I'll be breaking down the exact steps you need to take immediately to avoid mistakes that could cost you benefits. Until then, stay informed, stay proactive, and remember, your pension future begins right here.